Hello, Erica. Very good to see you, like always. I got a little bit overzealous filling it up, so there's some particles floating around in the water, which is pissing me off, but not a whole lot I can do about that, but try to scoop it out. The bigger, more obnoxious pieces, anyway. Yeah, I'll talk to him, Clippin'. He gets a lot of trolls, and sometimes he accidentally hits the wrong one. He did it to a fucking mod the other day, just because they were thick and hot in there. But I'll have him look and straighten it out, bro. Nah, people shouldn't fuck with him, but, people are shit, dude. Yo, big homie, what's going on, man? Let me show you the star of the show before everybody gets fucking riotous. But yeah, people fuck with him too much, bro. He's a pure soul, that guy. Like, he don't do no harm. He only means good. And just trying to make fucking friends and have a group of people to hang out with online. What's up, Bobby Parrots? Thanks for stopping in. That's Pigpen, star of the show. He's the personality. I'm just the narrator. Yeah, I got lucky. I was hoping he would have like that good amount of orange, but not too little or not too much. But I think it's perfect. I love the way he looks. When I got him, it was like pinstripe, so I was like, I hope it fucking widens out instead of narrows. And I mean, I wouldn't mind an all black Oscar either, honestly. But I don't think they're in this country. I heard Vietnam, a breeder in Vietnam, has all black ones. All it has is the little eye spot on the tail for color. Yeah, I bet it would. I should try that. But I have a little like UV flashlight, a little blacklight flashlight, and yeah, he fucking does glow. Oh, thank you, Yuki, the one. Didn't fucking mean to miss you the first comment. But yeah, and he's a master manipulator. Like, he's got me trained so fucking good, and I didn't even know I was being trained. Hi, Kelly. How are you, sweetie? Yeah, I think under it does shine a lot more. And I know when I turn the lights out and the TV is on, the UV from the TV makes his colors stand out pretty good too. But there's two Raphael catfish in there and two Plecos. And right now I don't see any of the other four, which is weird because I usually see at least one of the cat. Oh, there's one of the catfish. He's hanging out. Got a little canister filter just to help with flow and a little extra biological media. But that's one of the Raphael cats. The other one's probably wedged up in his hole over there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see him with the glare and shit. Not really, not with the plant there either. Yeah, I used to. He stopped eating them, Bobby. Fucking, he won't eat any of the fish, shrimp. Tried scallops. Tried different kinds of fish, uh, salmon, tilapia, whiting, some cod. I think haddock one time. He just doesn't want it. He wants the pellets or he wants insects. So I got to start getting a little bit of a choice of insects. Tupac just like quit YouTube, bro. I usually fucking talk to him like once a week still. He does like a video stream on Messenger and it's basically the same thing as one of his live streams, only without an audience to watch the panel. Oh yeah, I will, bro. I tell him every time. Yeah, dude, earthworms. He doesn't like them. I got a tub of 30 red wiggler or big red worms, and yeah, he don't he don't like it. Yeah, yeah, it's dead. I mean, Pac is still living the YTDC. It's just not out in public now. Yeah, you're fucking tenacious though, Kelly. You'll get out of there. Yeah, dude, I've never heard of a picky Oscar. Another subscriber of mine, Carly, used to work at pet stores, and she's like, I've never met one that's picky. I said, me neither. But he's also real chill. Like a lot of Oscars will attack your hand when you stick it in there. He just doesn't want to be bothered. I'm sure if I get one, well, I'm eventually going to get him a bigger tank so I can get another Oscar. He'll probably pick up some of that normal Oscar attitude. Well, it's not a bad way to be, Oni. But he likes to be fed one pellet at a time, which is kind of nice for me because if he doesn't eat it, then I can just scoop it out. But yeah, one or two at a time, and yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a 75, so it's like just big enough for one. But yeah, keep the water. I mean, I have another tank, and that's almost no maintenance, and this thing is 3 tanks worth of maintenance. I got to give it a vacuum every 3 days. If I don't, he'll start kicking shit up off the bottom on the fourth day to tell me that you got to vacuum. I would have probably, if I could go back, well, I could always redo it, but that pisses him off. But I would have used like play sand or something like that without gravel in it, so stuff wouldn't get stuck to it so bad. But yeah, I've had him like maybe 15 months now. He was an inch and a half when I brought him home, and now he's almost a full foot, and he's probably thicker than he was long when I brought him home. Like he's a beastie fish. Let's see if he wants a pellet. Oh yeah. Yeah, he is. I got lucky, I think. I mean, I've seen some that didn't have quite as much orange, and there's types that like the red or fire. I don't know what the fuck they call it. It's mostly red on the side. Uh, Hussy and say, I think that's how you say it. Thanks for stopping in. Really, really, dude. Here, but yep, one at a time, like like a fucking fat kid eating cookies. Shit. I used to get frozen pellet food uh, from Omega One, but the local pet stores haven't been selling that shit. He loves it. But that's how he got his name. I would feed him the pellet stuff, and he would spit. You see the little flakes coming out. Yeah, the big ones are like 25 bucks a fucking bag, though, dude. For a bag this big, the Hikari, this was like 11 bucks. But yeah, all my other fish love the bug bites. Yeah, he don't. I mean, he'll eat the flakes, but it doesn't do nothing for him. He looks at me like, "What are you trying?" It's like giving him a salad when he wants a steak. You know what I mean? Yeah, bug bites is really good. Hikari's not bad. I mean, a lot of cichlid keepers I follow on YouTube use the Hikari. So, I mean, it grew him up pretty fucking good. I can't complain. But he does like mealworms. You don't want that one? Two is enough? Oh, there you go. But when I first started with the fish tanks, I was getting bug bites regularly, the bottom feeder stuff and the regular fish food, and they all loved it. Nobody ever turned it down. Even the dwarf frogs in the 40 gallon, that they love that shit. But yeah, I tried feeding them like a nice thick handful of flakes. He'll come up and take stuff out of the hand usually, but he like he ate it and then was like, "What the hell was that?" It was like eating cotton candy. Put it in your mouth and it's gone. But this driftwood's only been in here maybe a week. I took another tank down, and I've had him about 15 months, and he was an inch and a half long when I brought him home, roughly. Yeah, I got it. I had to read it twice, but I understood, Bobby. Yeah, yeah, it's about, I don't know, 15 months, a year and like 3 months. But in a year, he got over 10 inches. Let me back up and show you guys. Like I had a big homemade overhead sump, but I took the 120 or the 110 fucking filter. It's for 110 gallons. Um, Put that on here instead. It's got a little skimmer on it, which is nice. And I got the Fluval little canister filter, which is basically just for flow, and a bunch of plants in there. I can't keep too many in it with them. That on the log is an Anubias, and that's an Anubias. They're tied to artificial plant weights, and so he can move them around if he wants. But since I put the driftwood in here, he hasn't touched them. No, but I had a big, the initial where the water ran in, it was full of it. And then after that, it was full of biological media. And I liked the overhead sump because I could keep the heater out of the tank. Uh, but this filter is a lot easier to clean. But yeah, I had you know the ice cream tubs you can buy from like Walmart, the big square bucket with a handle. I just cut the bottom out of it. I threw some plastic mesh, and then I would fill that thing right up just about to the top with the filter floss. It kept the water really fucking clean, but I needed more flow, so that's why I hooked up the canister filter. But the pumps I used, I'm gonna make put the wave maker attachments on it and just use that to circulate the water. Yeah, yeah, yep. I just went with the overhead sump because it cost me like, I don't know, I paid like 25 bucks per water pump, and I think 15 bucks for the plastic window planter, and I already had the hoses and shit laying around, so like it was very, very cheap and very just quick and dirty. It worked really good though. I was surprised. I mean, I surprised myself, but I mean, the DIY stuff, man, works just as good as the expensive fucking off the shelf stuff. Better, probably, in a lot of cases. Ah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, I know the sweet potato will grow a vine, which is kind of cool. But I had a bunch of different plants in this thing, and some of them really loved growing out of water, and they went fucking nuts, man. And after a while, I didn't have anywhere to put the new growth, so I had to start trimming it back and trimming it back, and then it started looking ugly, and I just chopped it up for propagation. Yeah, I knew what that was, Erica. I kind of miss him when he was little. It'd be nice if they had like a dwarf Oscar, something that wouldn't get, much bigger than like 6 inches. It'd be fucking cool as hell. Yep, yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. But pothos, I had, well, there's still some syngonium in there. The bamboo, uh, does pretty good though. And a friend of mine suggested that I get the Jason Voorhees aquarium decoration where he's floating off of the weight on a chain. Mez, what's up, brother? Oh, that's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, yep. Yeah, this is the fish that you think is my dog when I talk about him as. That's Pigpen, the notorious Pigpen. That's his asocial corner. He self times out. Not too much, Mez. Just got fucking bored. Had to top the tank off, and I was like, I could do a live. I haven't done that many this close together in a while, so. Yeah, yeah, he is a pretty fucking fish. He's got me trained, that's for sure. Just sitting over there and eyeballing the camera. Usually he'll come up and like mean mug you guys. 444. Done and done. Yeah, he'll go back and forth. He'll come over and swim by it. Like he'll swim across in front like that, and then he'll stop and just you'll see his eye. And sometimes he'll turn, sometimes he won't. He'll just keep going. But yeah, he's he's not really camera shy, but he does let you know when he doesn't want to be filmed. He'll go over into his corner there underneath the plant roots. Yeah, I got 4 other fish in here, Mez, but they like hiding. 2 Raphael catfish to catch the food that he don't eat, and the 2 plecos to. Well, I didn't realize it. I didn't think, but I used to let the algae grow on the sides so he couldn't see his reflection because he likes to fight with himself. But now he's got a sparring mirror there. The back, I'm sure, yeah, there's a lot less algae on there too. And over here they cleaned off that side too. So now he's got sparring mirrors, and he goes over there and he shit talks himself and then starts picking fights with himself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's got a lot of personality for a fish, man. And I know his facial expression don't change, but sometimes I think it does. um, if I could find him, one was just out over here on the intake for the canister filter. I don't know where the hell he went. He ain't hanging out in the roots there. I don't see him underneath. Where the fuck did he go? Shit. Let me take this. Move that plant a little bit. Come on. Sit right. There you go. Yeah, that one's under the fucking rock there. Where in the hell's the second one? Yeah, let me move that some so maybe we can see. Yeah, I don't know. That little white stripe right there under the rock is one of the Raphael cats. But yeah, the other one usually likes to sit right on that curve of the log there and just chill. But I don't know where the hell he's hiding now. He might be inside a, like, the other side of this is kind of concave, so there's like a nice little groove in there. He might be sitting in that. But and I think it's a rubber pleco. They gave me the wrong one at Petco, and I got a bristle nose in there too. But both of them generally stay on the log. I think the bristle nose is underneath that one rock back there. Like that little cave there. I think he's on the underside of that. But he's really dark. It's hard to see him. But yeah, the Raff cats are cool. They get good enough size where he can't eat them, which I was worried about because he grew a lot faster than they did. But he was interested in the plecos when I first put them in here, but they're hiders. So yeah, he just got to look at them before it scooted under the log somewhere. But he's not really. I'm worried if I try feeder fish, he won't eat them, and then I'll have a tank full of small fish swimming around in there with him too. Yeah, it's hard to sit still sometimes, Mez. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you see the just the normal brown ones at PetSmart and Petco for like $3 or $4 a piece instead of spending like $20 on the white one or the blue one or whatever cool unnatural color they got. But yeah, yeah, I love them too. That I mean, this since I was a kid, I wanted one, and we moved around a lot, so having a big enough fish tank wasn't feasible to be moving if you moved a lot. So But yeah, when I could, I got one. My friend, the first one I ever saw, his was an aggressive motherfucker, man. Like he would jump out of the water to get your finger. He was, I think he had a 90 gallon all to himself. Yeah, it is, dude. I had a snow white one in my 20 gallon after I got the 40 set up. I didn't know what to do with it, and I'm like, well, I need to put something in there. So I got a white one. It was like 20 or 25 bucks. And after about a year, I looked in there and he wasn't in there. And 6 months later, I was building a fucking stand in the living room for a big 70-gallon corner tank. And I moved the couch and I found his poor deceased body. He went all the way downstairs, down a 20-foot hallway, and then 20 feet across the room. And then he decided to expire there. But I had plants growing out of the top, and I wasn't careful, so he ended up climbing right up the roots and right out. And I literally fed him, and then came back up here 20 minutes later for something, and I look in there, and he's not there. Yeah, he's a pretty beefy fish. Matthew was thinking I'd take him out to clean the tank. I'm like, dude, he would flip the fuck out, man. It's going pretty good, Guns. How you doing, bud? It's not really visible. Are they both in there? Well, appreciate you coming in, Guns. Always good to see you, bro. Eh, kind of fucking slogging through the fucking mire right now, but shit's gonna get better soon, Mez. Can't rain all the time. Kind of. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, definitely rest in peace, Brandon Lee. Like he did such a good job. I've not watched. Well, not on purpose. I've had to sit through it because other people were watching it, but I didn't intentionally watch any of the other Crow movies. Yeah, 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 he did. And the fucking one dude pulled the trigger that fucking was the other end of that accident, and he had a lot of fucking issues, man. Psychologically after that, like like survivor's guilt shit. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I watch it every now and then just for the nostalgia, really. But it is a good fucking movie. I mean, it's one of those movies you can watch 100 times and still put it on 101 times. footstool. We'll see. I'll throw the. Yeah, dude, that's my favorite place to look for movies, Mez. Yeah, it was Bruce Lee's son. I'll throw a little pinch of food in to get the 40-gallon fish a little bit excited and moving around. They're not as photogenic as Pigpen is. Yeah, you find a lot of good movies in them bins, man. Well, especially now that it's basically a fucking a dead media, you know? Like, not a lot of people buying CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays with all the fucking streaming shit. Yeah, I didn't even watch that. The new reboot that they did with that Skarsgård kid. I don't remember his fucking first name now, but it didn't look bad on the trailer. But yeah, yeah, dude, I remember having fucking Betamax. Yeah, it's all Netflix or Prime or fucking whatever, you know, streaming service. Yeah, I remember the bullshit having to rewind the fucking the VHS, or you get something like Braveheart was on two tapes, so you had to stop the movie halfway and change cassettes out. Well, fuck, even the extended edition of Lord of the Rings, the fucking movie's on 2 discs. Yeah, I used to have over 300 uh, Blu-ray and DVDs, and then I broke up with my kid's mother and was staying at my brother's house, and he ended up taking all of his shit and most of my movies and fucking moving out without saying nothing. But yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yep. Putting stickers on the fucking Sega Genesis ones, like masking tape, and writing the name on it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. I remember being the remote control for my grandpa. Get up, change the channel, boy. I had a buddy that used a wood burner and fucking burned his name into him so people couldn't take the sticker off or fucking alcohol the marker off. Yeah, I haven't had one in a long time. My kid's gonna be 17, but I had one of the 20-inch TVs with the fucking VHS built in, and that was lucky that I still had that laying around because somebody gave my ex a big box full of Thomas the Tank Engine VHS and a couple other kid shows, but my kid loved that shit, which kind of sucked for me because then he wanted all the Thomas shit, and right about then they were starting to do the animated stuff and putting out a shitload of toys. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember I remember paging people all the fucking time. Fucking page the weed guy with the 911 so he hurries the fuck up. Which was kind of pointless for me because my best friend Brian was the weed guy back then. Yeah, payphones, bro. I stop and look if I see one that still works. Like, I gotta test it. They have one at the hospital here that's from like the 30s. It's a wooden fucking like phone booth with glass doors and shit. It's cool as hell. The phone don't work, but it's it's still cool. I kind of miss not having the electronic leash though. Like, you could disappear and be 2 blocks from home and nobody know where the fuck you are, and you ain't gonna be getting a call asking. So Nice. Making connections. Good job, boys. I really wonder where that other fucking catfish went now. Oh, nice. Well, you guys stare at this for a sec. I gotta go grab my water from downstairs. And I'm back. Yeah, it was just in the living room. It's quick to grab. Just one of them dumbass things I didn't think of before. Yeah, I know you guys miss me. The fish, he doesn't seem to, but at least you guys do. I think. Saturday? I don't know. Maybe. Why? What happened Saturday? Oh no, I didn't set off no fireworks. The neighbors around here filled the fucking whole neighborhood with smoke, bro. Uh yeah, so there was plenty of that shit going around. Like at any point between like June 1st and July 4th, there's like 8 fucking tents set up in my town for fireworks. And I seen one guy go, like you could like stand at one and look down the road a little bit and see the next one. Some guy went down and got shit from 3 of them. I don't know if he was from my neighborhood or not, but the dude that was letting shit off up on the corner, he must have filled his truck. Yeah, I miss, like, we used to play with like fucking M80s, like the real old school M80s. And we found that somebody drove out on the tracks and dumped off a washer and dryer. And we stuck 2 of them underneath the fucking washing machine because it's heavier, see what it would do. And it kicked that thing like 4 feet off the ground and flipped it right the fuck over. Oh yeah, I bet. I bet. That's big boy blowing shit up, Bobby. I remember they're right over. If you go down the trail by my buddy's house, you come to the train tracks. If you cross the train tracks, there's like a little bridge that goes over a creek. Well, there were some friends of ours that were meeting up with us, and they were hanging out on the bridge. So we were upstream, hiding in the bushes, and we threw a couple of M80s, and they float, and they're waterproof. And yeah, we got them fuckers wet as hell. But those were a lot of fun. I don't know how none of us blew our fucking fingers off or anything being stupid, but shooting bottle rockets at each other and shit. Yeah, it makes a hell of a fucking water column. Yeah, yeah. Well, fuck, man. I forget. My grandpa told me like he used to make little fish bombs when he was a kid at a basically like a fucking Molotov cocktail. Just blows, stuns the fish and you just scoop them up with a net. Yep. I remember lighting fire fucking crackers and throwing a fucking full pack and throwing them in my aunt's purse. And I don't know how she missed the smoke pouring out of that thing, but she stuck her hand in there. And I don't like that aunt anyway, but I still got in trouble. Yeah, yeah, I bet that does work pretty good. Are you over there fighting yourself, dude? Oh, you seen me move. Now you're gonna stop. Okay, you're done before I even got you on camera, bastard. I had some buddies. Well, I work for them. They were older dudes, but they were kids in like the 50s. And at some point, one of the brothers, there was like five or six of them, got a fucking cattle prod and brought it home and was touching it, all the siblings on the ass. Well, one of the brothers was like, I bet you won't do it to mom. And the other brother is like, watch this shit. Well, he touched mom on the ass. She turned around and fucking slapped the shit out of him, then grabbed it and held him down on the floor for a minute with it and asked him how he fucking liked it. He stopped playing with the cattle prod. Yeah, dude, me too. I grew up on farms. Hell yeah, there's always something to do. I remember a farmhand moved out on a farm we lived on, and me and my cousin went through the house after they moved out. Well, they left a pellet gun and about half a fucking pint container of BBs. So we're like blowing the light bulbs out and shit. Oh yeah, dude, BB gun fights. Yeah. Everybody's like, you want to go paintballing? What the fuck? Like they sting, but you ever get shot right in the neck with a fucking BB? Everybody had like the old like Crossman air rifle. I had the pistol. It was like, I don't know, 16 inches long. It was single shot, which sucked. But I'll tell you what, there was nothing more accurate than that motherfucker. And two pumps was like five from the rifle. But yeah, I got some flat match grade pellets. And yeah, you can hear them things smack when you hit somebody with it. But yeah, I did paintball, and I'm like, dude, that does hurt. But I've been shot with, fucking BB guns through my T-shirt. Yeah, we had a rule no more than five because yeah, it was a pellet gun though, Gears. If you put a decimal between the one and the six, that's what I got. But oh yeah, I'm surprised none of us went blind. I don't know how. Just running around through the woods with fucking random BBs flying at you, just like no one got it in the eye. I mean, I've had them embedded in me. Had to cut it out and then kind of squeeze it a little bit because like when it went in, the skin kind of shrunk around the hole. And I'm sitting there looking at like a little bit of copper shining through. I'm like, son of a bitch. fucking grabbed Grandpa's pocket knife because that was the sharpest knife in the house. Sitting there doing a little fucking field surgery on myself. Yeah, yep. Yeah, you knew you had fun if you had to pick pellets out of your ass when you got home. Shit. We were kind of dumb kids. Like, if we didn't find nothing to do, we would just start fighting or something and come home looking like we got dragged through a knothole backwards. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, I miss my childhood, man. I wish I knew now what I know then. I could have got up to so much more shit. But yeah, we were shooting the BB guns, right? And my cousin's like, "Oh, there's the guy who owned the land the farm was on was a rich asshole from New York City. Well, he shot the back window right out of his fucking Mercedes. The guy saw him on the porch. He took off running. I'm looking for him, and I hear somebody on the porch. So I open the door and look, and there he is. He's like, "You wait right here. You shot my window out. I didn't fuck, dude. The gun's sitting there. I just walked out the door. What do you mean I did it?" He's like, "Well, somebody did, and I'm gonna call the cops. You stay here." Okay. He drove up to the barn. I fucking beelined it right for home. And in between that house and my house was a little paddock where a big old tree fell over. Well, I'm running past that tree, and there's my cousin hiding under the tree. And yeah, 80s here too. Uh, he's like, Mike, I shot Tony's window out of his car. I'm like, yeah, dude, he's calling the fucking cops. So we hid in the hayloft for about 4 hours. My uncle and his buddy came and found us. Hi, Carly. Oh, yeah, Pigpen knows you're here. Here he comes. But yeah, they were looking for us for a long fucking time, man. And there was like a trap door to get from the barn up to the hayloft, and they stacked the hay bales around that. So we climbed down into the hole and stood on top of the door so no one could open it. But they ended up fucking finding us. That cop looked like he was 12 feet fucking tall, bro. The state trooper. And yeah, we didn't end up getting in trouble. They had to buy a new rear window for the dude's car, but oh, we used to pool hop, and we had an Indian guy come out and start. I don't know what he was shooting at us. Luckily, nothing hit us, but um, fucking yeah, we were pool hopping. He comes out yelling in Indian, and we get out. We always swam with our shoes on so we could run. And yeah, he fired off a couple of rounds from. I'm assuming it was a 12 gauge. I didn't stick around to fucking look, but. Yeah, 77 here. But yeah, um, we did a lot of stupid shit. One kid was starting shit with us in school and then making it look like our reaction was the shit that was starting trouble. So we found out where he lived, and he had this big fucking, like, oval shaped above ground pool, and we all grabbed a pickaxe and went out to his house at like 3 o'clock in the morning and put about fucking 25 holes in that bitch. Flooded his backyard with pool water. My buddy Frank took a fucking bowling ball and he epoxied in a big fucking like an eye screw into one of the holes, and then he attached a rope. We went to another kid's house and threw that fucking thing through his bedroom window, and then yanked it back out, left a big hole in the sheetrock under the windowsill. Found another when he rolled it down. He lived on the top of a big hill. He rolled it down the hill thinking it would go straight down. Well, it didn't. It hit a fucking manhole and started bouncing, and it ended up smashing into the side of like 3 fucking cars. Yeah, I bet he was pissed, but they never did come question us about it, so I got jumped walking home from school in probably like the 4th or 5th grade. But I had a T-ball, not a T-ball, that I had a stickball stick that was a shovel handle wrapped up with electrical tape I found in an alley somewhere. So the next day was Saturday, and I went walking around town, and I beat them fucking kids with that stick when I found them. I had to get them one at a time, but Monkey Man, what's up, brother? I thought you had a wrench in here. Oh, you fucking do now. Yeah, fence post works good. My cousin Bub used to keep an old school timing chain in his fucking jacket pocket because they only coil up one way. You could let it roll out, and if you hit him with that, it's like getting hit with a fucking metal bar. Oh, I got something cool. I was at my buddy's house, and I'm just walking around. Dom, what's up, buddy? Yeah, that will do it, buddy. Fucking, my uncle kept like a fucking 2-inch wrench for heavy machinery underneath his truck. He's a mechanic, but he don't work on heavy equipment. And I said, "What's that thing for?" And he says, "Oh, that's an equalizer." And I'm like, "Ah." He's like, "Anybody fucks around." But anyway, I'm at my buddy's house, and I'm just fucking around with him, helping him clean up the yard. And I see something orange sticking out of the dirt. And so I start kicking the dirt away, and it's a pool ball, the number 13. So I was watching monkey fist tutorials, and I had a bunch of rope at home. So I made a monkey fist with the number 13 billiard ball, and I gave it a nice, I don't know, it's like an 18-inch handle with a little lanyard so it don't slip off. I haven't beat anything up with it, but I kind of don't want to get caught carrying this fucker outside. But yeah, this thing is pretty nasty. Yeah, yep, exactly, man. Exactly. Or a framer. A nice big old framing hammer, like a 28-ounce ball peen. My buddy Floyd in high school had like a 65 fucking Ford pickup truck. Uh, and that's what he had under the seat. It was a big old fucking ball peen hammer. Hell yeah. I just have a couple of knives easy to grab in the truck. A nice fixed blade that's very stabby. Hell yeah. I got a replica World War I trench knife with the brass knuckles and the skull crusher on the end of it. That thing's sick. Also not something you could carry around in public. At least not in New York. Got a couple of big old Bowie knives. Uh, I got the sword from 300. I'm not a big sword dude, but the sword from 300 was cool, so I got one of those. Yeah, I love that thing, man. Yeah, the monkey fist is sick. Carly, I really want to go outside and fuck something up with it, but I don't want to fuck up my own shit. But I told my buddy I found it. He's like, "Oh no shit, I didn't know that was there." Like you just got the property, dude. I didn't think you fucking put it there, but I said I'm taking it home. He's like, "What are you gonna do with it?" I'm like, "I'll show you." And came back out a couple days later, and I showed him. He's like, "Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?" I don't fucking know. I also have the knife from the movie Cobra. The bad guys got. I got one of those too somewhere here. Yeah, I could smash up some old plywood and shit. But I got a bunch of throwing knives. I made some out of bar stock, 1 inch by quarter-inch bar stock, which throw really fucking well. And goddamn the thunk on those things. Uh, yeah. I should go fuck something up with it though. Yeah, the bullet knives were cool. I had one of those when I was a kid. But I got shit like this. I put this handle on it. It had this multicolored plywood handle that was really thick. It stuck out like an eighth of an inch past the guard, and I didn't fucking like it. So I got a piece of oak that I cut out of a piece of 6x6 at work to make, or 4x4 to make a post on stay rail. And I took it home, split it, shaped it, put some really light polyurethane on it. It's a much nicer handle now, but this thing throws like a fucking axe, which is a little bit loose. I got to get some epoxy in there and stop throwing it, but it just makes such a satisfying sound. And then I got this one for like, I don't know, 25 or 30 bucks at Tractor Supply. It's a Schrade, nice thin profile on it. Sharp as a fucking razor. Yeah, that thing is heavy too, man. Like, I think this one might be a little bit longer, but that, if you pull that fucker out, like, that'll make Crocodile Dundee think twice about fucking with you. But yeah, I kind of like the slim one though. But yeah, I got a bunch of big knives. I got a couple. I got a parang machete. I got a cold steel cookery machete. I have an actual cookery. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Yeah, but I got a lot of sharp, pointy stuff. Yeah, I used to have a slaughterhouse meat cleaver where the cleaver blade was like 14 inches and it had like a fucking another 14 inches for handle for splitting like pelvises and shit on large animals for food. Um, yeah, I like big knives. I don't know what else I got close to hand. The parang is a Gerber Bear Grylls, which I don't like that guy, but my kid bought it for me for Father's Day or my birthday like 10 years ago. But that's a good machete. I can't complain. Hmm. Well, since you guys like spiders, a little plastic spider, and there's a plastic skull. Yeah, dude, the Urukai swords are badass. Um, the Lord of the Rings blades that I like best are the Urukai Sting and Gimli's axes probably. But yeah, those are some cool fucking blades in that movie. Yeah, I got a couple. I think my knife bag is right in here. One of them. What the fuck was that? Oh. Oh yeah, I bought a couple of cheap fucking bin knives at Tractor Supply. I got a couple of little cheap throwing axes from there too. I took the handle off of one and left the handle on the other. But they're kind of light, but it's still fun to throw them around. What else is in the bag? My broken sharp finger. This thing, just a knife I used to carry every day at work. Fucking nasty sharp. Just a good knife. I'd stop wearing it because I kept getting it hung up with shit, and my tool belt would get fucking. It was just a pain in the ass. Hatchet head. Here's the Smith & Wesson throwing knives. I bought these. They're not quite as heavy as I would like, but they're pretty good for starting out. Like 10 inches, I think that is. But I had I had a set, and between me and my girlfriend's son, we lost 3 of them, or 2 out of the 3. So I had 1 left, and I bought another set, so now I got 4 instead of 3. Yeah, there's just a bunch of shit. God damn. Here's the ones I made. They're very basic. I gotta harden the fuckers still. Every time I miss and hit something solid, I gotta reshape the point. But yeah, these things throw like they're insane. But yeah, they're a pretty nice weight. They're better than most companies fucking throwing knives. But these things are 1/4 inch thick, 1 inch wide. They work really good. It was the easiest DIY throwing knife that I could find, and I got 1 4-foot piece, and I got 4 fucking points out of it. So worked out. Yo, Matthew, what's up, brother? Just showing some of the knives I got here. I thought the trench knife was in this one. It is not. Son of a bitch. Yeah, this is mainly the throwers. Couple of kunai. I broke the ring off the end. Another cheap Tractor Supply Bowie knife. I busted the handles off to make it throw so it's not breaking. Yeah, the other bag has the other shit. The trench knife, the cobra knife. Yeah, I love him. He's a bit of a dick, and he's got me fucking brainwashed into being as I'm like the Alfred Pennyworth to his Batman. You know what I mean? But he's definitely the Batman. Oh yeah, the sword. I could show you that. That's easy to get to. It hangs in my closet by the handle, so I just have to pull it out. The only thing is the handle wasn't wrapped too well, so I re-wrapped it and used some epoxy, and now it stays put. But this thing, it's been beat up a little bit. I let my stepson fuck shit up with it just to see if it would hold up, and it did. I gotta do some WD-40 and steel wool. But yeah, it's a pretty cool sword. It's got pretty good weight to it. You can two-hand it. But yeah, it's really nice. I like it. It's not super sharp, but you don't need it to be too sharp. It'll hack really good, and that's kind of pokey. So, but yeah, it hangs nice on the closet rod with that thing. Yeah, put that away. What the fuck? Oh, alright. Good shit. Yeah, I don't really buy like expensive collectible type knives. I like shit that I can use if I have to. Yeah, it's exactly that, Dom. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I like throwing knives and axes is really fucking therapeutic. Fucker. Really? That wasn't it. That was it. Yeah, Spyderco makes nice shit, but they are expensive, yeah. Ah, okay, dude. Yeah, I wasn't even sure what time it is. Yeah, it's about that time. Yeah, he would say hi back, but he's an asocial prick, Matthew. Yeah, that too, man. Uh, yeah, it's been raining on and off here. Not too steady, but enough to not make me want to go outside. Yeah, yeah, and he gets darker and lighter. Like which is if he's stressing out, he'll almost get like a tan color. All of the grayish will get tan, and then the darker black that'll turn the same gray that his body is now, and it makes the fucking orange like stand out crazy. Um, but yeah, he could sit there and get almost jet black in the black with the gray stripes, and then he'll dull right out. One day the pH was off right after I did a water change, and it was steady for like 2 or 3 years. So I never fucking bothered testing it first. I just dechlorinated it uh, and dumped it in. But yeah, he was bugging out, and I tested it, and it was like a pH of almost 8. So I fucking did a 50% water change. I fucking made sure to adjust the water before I dumped it back in with the I got pH up and pH down shit from the pet store, so it adjusts your water. But yeah, then you got to test it and make sure it's enough. Add more drops. Fucking pain in the ass. It's like It's like a bathroom chemistry fucking experiment. But yeah, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he's splashing at the surface. He's swimming around like a maniac. Uh, fucking yeah. So I water everything, but the pH was good, so I had to adjust that. Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to look for that because it's literally like trial and error. Fucking uh, The minimum is like 5 drops that I've had to use of the pH down stuff in a 5-gallon bucket. The most was 8 to get it down to like 6.8 to 7. Yeah, yeah. And that was an emergency. I tried doing it by the bottle. They said put like a teaspoon in for every 10 gallons. So I put the teaspoons in and it only dropped at like 1 or 2 points. I'm like, dude, come on. So I just took the fucking water out. Yeah, I'm the only one that does any of it here, bro. Look, Harley knows some shit though. So I'm happy to have her. Yeah, yeah. I should do that. I should have done that when I had the sump set up, but eventually I'll have an actual sump and I'll just keep that shit on hand. Yeah, I'll look for it for sure. A lot of people I've seen say they use rainwater to top off their tanks, but I don't get enough fucking rain to even do the 25% water change, really. Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's funny how much you can learn from an old grumpy fucker. It's how I learned how to swing a hammer, man. My first day, the guy looks at me, he's like, you know, I'm going to make a carpenter out of you. And I'm like, well, that's what I'm fucking here for, buddy. And then, like, 15 years later, I'm on a job with him. I don't work for him anymore. And he looks at me and he smiles and he goes, I told you we'd make you a fucking carpenter, didn't we? I'm like, yes, sir, you did. And I showed him a trick that he'd never seen before. And he was like, holy shit. I said, now I know I'm a fucking carpenter. Because you've been doing this shit since, like, 1960 fucking 7. And if I could show you a trick you've never seen, I know I fucking made it. Yeah, only the Romans would have had a lot harder time nailing my ass to a fucking cross. I'm not the turn the other cheek guy. Yeah, framework, cabinetry, trim, uh, mostly framing and trim. Cabinets, like, that just comes with it. I mean, but yeah. I've done some masonry. Uh, I worked on a house. The whole fucking thing is concrete guns. So you gotta frame, you gotta form out the walls, you gotta form out the ceilings, uh, and then fucking brace everything up with these big fucking like aluminum scaffold. You just build everything right on top, and then when you pour it, it holds it all up there. But yeah, that's fucking crazy. That house was nuts, dude. It would get so hot on the once the roof was on. It was like being in an easy bake oven. I remember being completely saturated from sweating. It'd get so fucking humid after it rained, and it would all just hang out right inside of that house. I'm thinking, I hope these guys have a badass air handler system to fucking cycle air through here, because they're gonna have a mold and mildew problem. But it was a badass house. Roofing is my least favorite thing. I've done I've done my fair share of roofing, but yeah, that's not necessarily my favorite. It's awesome if you can get fast with that shit. The guys I worked for were really fucking fast, so all I had to really do was feed them. But it's so quick and easy to get heat stroke fucking trying to get that last course in, you know? Yeah, yeah. The guy I worked for didn't even have the fucking thing you put on the ladder to run the shingles up and down. It was shoulder and fucking climbing, bro. I was doing decks one summer. on this big development. We probably built like 200 fucking decks that summer, or close to it. Some big, some little, but uh, fucking, we're watching the guys across the street roof the new house, and the little Mexican guy, he had two bundles on his shoulder, bro, and he stepped off the ladder and went right back down onto the fucking pallet he just grabbed them two bundles off of. I have no idea what the fuck happened to him, if he made it or none of that, but yeah. The general contractor did not let his boss put him in his truck. He's like, fuck you, you're waiting for the ambulance. I don't want to hear about some guy found in a fucking dumpster, 10 miles from here tomorrow morning because you guys didn't feel like taking him to the hospital. But yeah, he did get took to the hospital, but I don't know what happened to him. It's kind of sickening to watch that shit, but I seen two old ladies get hit by a minivan one time too. That was fucking upsetting. Because it looks like the movies, they do fly up over the fucking car, I guess, if you hit them at the right angle. But, yo, Zatoichi, what's up, buddy? Yeah, right in the middle of town, Carly, in this little fucking town. It doesn't even have a stoplight in town. It has like a little half-ass roundabout, but no stoplight in the center of town. And there's a diner across the street, and there's an old like general store on the other side, and the old ladies were coming out of the general store, and I'm cooking on the grill, and I look up, and this minivan is coming into town where the general store would be on her right and the diner is on her left on the other side of the street, and she's looking at somebody in the diner or going in waving. And yeah, she got half a car length over the white line to the right, and the two old ladies just walked out behind an SUV, and she fucking hit them both. One of them died, and the other one got really fucked up. I talked to a lot of lawyers and police officers and shit. They never did call me to like be a witness in court or anything, but they definitely got a lot of fucking statements. And I ended up walking out in the street and stopping the lady because she didn't realize what the fuck she did. But yeah, that was sickening, man. Fucking sickening. The one that lived, the lady that lived, she had a broken hip, ribs, I think her arm. She got flung right into the back of the SUV, and the other lady went right up and over the fucking roof of the car, or the minivan. But yeah, did not expect to see that in the middle of this little sleepy ass fucking town. Yeah, guns, Jesus, dude. Yeah, that guy that fell at the job site I was on, he didn't get up either. He was making noise though, so I knew he didn't die on impact, but I'm sure he broke lots of shit. I mean, two bundles of shingles is heavy fucking work, bro. But I knew a dude that fucking fell like 60 feet off scaffolding too. That guy died on the fucking ground. Oh yeah, it's scary, dude. It's definitely scary. You don't know if you just watch some guys fucking take his last breath or not, but yeah, and then you start thinking, what if? Like, it's just one slip away, dude. Yeah, holy shit, Carly. Fucking, my cousin had an ex-girlfriend, and he had a problem with her new boyfriend, and she texted him and asked him to come meet her so they can talk. So he went to the spot, and he's waiting, and he got shot like 9 fucking times. .38 9mm 22 caliber and a 25 caliber. Hi, Brooklyn. Uh, One went into his stomach and it came out like a third of the way down his ass cheek. One other one fucking wrecked the nerves in his arm. He had to do a lot of fucking. Oh, I don't know, Mez. He wasn't on my crew. He uh, he was on another crew. I just watched from the fucking house across the street. Yeah, everybody loves BB. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that dude. But I know one of the Brazilian crews that we were friends with told us that if the dude, he's like, if somebody fucking gets hurt and they got to go to the hospital, he's like, we bring him to the hospital. But if he dies on the way, we drop him off wherever the fuck he dies on the side of the road and get the fuck out of there. I'm like, that's not cool, bro. Yeah, I wish I would have found out, but like I said, it was a Mexican crew, so most of those guys didn't even speak English. Yeah, there he's all dark now. You want some more? Don, what's up, brother? There's one more Pigpen. Get it. Good boy. Oh, now spit it out. Thank you. Thank you for that. Fucking dick. You had to make eye contact too, didn't you? I just got bored sitting here, Don. Had to top off the water. So I figured, fuck it. Do a quick little live stream. Yeah, I was wondering what that was, Carly. Zoo! Or Carly, Erica, fucking Matthew rubbing off on me. We call him Don Mike soon. Yeah, thanks, Don. I told Carly when she came in. I've started referring to myself as Michael Elizabeth Eleanor Vincent. Hope I don't start signing that shit as my fucking signature on official documents or anything. Yeah, yeah. I had that problem with the Rogue. We had a Nissan Rogue and the AC wasn't working. So I'm like, I just got to fucking recharge the system. And it wouldn't take any because the system was fine. It was some mechanical issue. Yeah, Meave. It does have a nice ring to it, though. I mean, my my official government name is four male first names. To nix one of those and add two female ones is a real good twist. Yeah, that was the thing. I think it was whatever the fuck makes it work. Like the AC fucking thing itself. But we got rid of that bitch and got the fucking Chevy. Yep. Okay, Carly. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I spent. Yep. Oh yeah. Monthly payments are always fun. Yeah. Yep. Maybe. I'm not very mechanically inclined. If I can't fix it with a hammer, I generally don't try. Dude, my kid was playing that Pokemon Go and I was driving him all over the fucking place. Dad, stop here. I gotta get a Pokemon. What? Oh, yeah. It's always a joy. We were working for this dipshit and he had this old dude that probably was 20 years past his operating fucking prime. Uh, Howard. He looked like a fucking egg with legs and arms. Uh, but yeah, he was fucking around and one blew on him. Fucking luckily it sprayed like wide out, but that still was fucking hot. Also, he never used to wear the seatbelt because it wouldn't go around his gut, and he was pushing dirt over a little ledge to kind of expand the driveway. And he let the tracks go over the drop off too far, so it tipped forward. It stood him right up and slammed his fucking head into the roof and the mirror. Uh, and then it came back down and it slammed him right back down in the seat. And he fucking backed it up, turned it off, and got off because now his back and his head was fucked up. Yeah, Howard was an odd duck to say the least. He was my buddy Bob's neighbor, and Bob's like, "Yo, fucking, what did he call him? He called him something fucking funny. He's like, but the other day I helped him try to get a fucking. He went and bought a lawnmower tractor, and he was trying to back it down off of the fucking truck with the ramps, and he had the ramps fucking not. They weren't spaced right, so he comes off, and the fucking thing comes right over sideways on him. Uh, he's like, he's over there hollering, and fucking, we go over there and get it off him. Fucking, he's like, Howard, I told you, you gotta fucking, he told him where to line the ramps up and how to space them right and shit, like 10 times. But yeah, Howard just wanted to do things his own way. His wife got sick of taking him to the fucking hospital, I'm sure. But yeah, poor Howard. Yeah, that's always funny when my stepfather had a mid '80s Suzuki. I forget, like a 750 or something like that, and he was trying to show off for somebody and drive it on the fucking grass, and he laid it right down on top of himself. Yeah, I bet he was, dude. He's a weird fucking guy, man. He was a really weird dude, and I've met a lot of weird people. Like fuck, like some really strange motherfuckers. But Howard definitely stood out. Yeah, stepfather also. When I was a kid, he had a different motorcycle, and he had just bought it, and he took it for a test ride, and it was fine. He gets my mother on the back of it, and then the fucking brakes don't work. They ended up in the guardrail at the end of their dead end street. Yeah, it rained off and on here all day. Been cloudy, overcast, cool enough to turn the air conditioners off. We really needed the rain though. It's been dry as hell this summer so far. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they were all right. The bike got a little fucked up. My mother got a burn on her, the inside of her calf from the fucking muffler when they hit the fucking guardrail. Don, I've had to ask someone. I stopped him mid sentence and I'm like, listen, I need to ask you a fucking question. Are you retarded? Because what you just said is the most stupid fucking thing I've ever heard come out of an adult's mouth. I don't know about now, but yeah, dude, we we had this whole fucking big living room sheetrocked, minus the last piece against the ceiling, and we had to sheetrock a vaulted ceiling. And my boss didn't want to fucking buy scaffolding or rent scaffolding, and so I'm like, listen, we're gonna have to build a fucking scaffold, and because there's no flooring in the floor, so we could just put fucking nailers down across the stud or the joists and nail it down there, and we can make a big fucking nice somewhat sturdy scaffold. But we're gonna have to get like fucking a pallet of fucking 16 or 20 foot 2x4s to make it. And I'm like, he should just rent some fucking scaffolding. But he's like, well, what if we just put some cleats into the wall and then build it off of that? I'm like, dude, it's fucking sheetrocked, it's taped mostly. Like, there's a little bit left, but he's doing shit half-ass and backwards, and that pisses me off too. Like, we should have done the fucking ceiling first, and if he had the stupid fucking scaffolding, the right shit, we could have done it real quick and easy. But nope, he wanted to use like 3 fucking sets of Baker scaffold, and you're not even supposed to put fucking 2 of them high. Like, that's sketchy as shit. So we ended up making him get real scaffold. But this guy had the dumbest ideas, man. And I'm like, dude, like, were you dropped on your head as a kid? Like, you eat paint chips? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, basically pop a bunch of holes and shit into the finished wall, or mostly finished wall. But they sent me down to sheetrock the fucking utility room with a kid that didn't know his asshole from his elbow, and he wouldn't be able to find it with a map. And I lost my shit. Like, I didn't hit the kid with my hammer, but I really fucking wanted to. And So I start yelling at him, telling him to get the fuck out of here, get away from me, and fuck it, I'll leave. So I take my tool belt, I threw my hammer, took my tool belt off, I flung that fucking thing across the basement, and I'm swearing at him, I'm telling him he can go fuck himself, my boss can go fuck himself, and if he's got anything to fucking say, I'll break his fucking jaw too, and I'm stomping up the fucking stairs to the first floor, and I walk out, and there's my boss, his wife, and he's like looking at me, and I actually picked my hammer up on the way up the stairs, and he looks at me with his eyes are as big as fucking hubcaps. He goes, "Mike, you okay?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "You hire these fucking kids that are probably off the short bus." Said, "You can't teach them nothing. They don't fucking know nothing." I was like, "And then you send them to work with me." I said, "I'll work by my fucking self." And he goes, "Well, I only have one question." And I'm like, "What's that?" He goes, "Is he alive down there?" So I hold up my hammer and show him the head of my hammer. I said, "You see blood and hair stuck to my hammer?" He's like, "What?" "There's no blood and hair stuck to my hammer." He's like, "What's that have to do with anything?" I said, "If I fucking killed him, there would be blood and hair stuck to my fucking hammer, because that's what happens when you cave someone's head in with a fucking framing hammer." And he just looks at me like, "How do you know that?" Don't ask stupid fucking questions now, but I'm telling you, this is proof homeboy's not dead. Like, go ask him. But he's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna have him work." Yeah, no shit. I don't think he's gonna want to work with me anymore. Like, I'll push this fucker off the roof if you put him up there with me. Like, I'm not even fucking playing. But yeah, I mean, I can do a lot of shit by myself, and they make a nice little fucking lift for sheetrock, so you can do a ceiling by yourself. So, like, yeah, get one of those, and you send that kid outside to pick rocks. Yeah, yeah, exactly, dude, exactly. Like, you really don't have any idea. I had to leave so I wouldn't bash his fucking brains out with my hammer. But goddamn, and we were doing clearing. We were clearing the next building lot, and we're chipping brush and cutting up shit and making firewood. He's gonna try to sell firewood, but this kid is doing shit with a chainsaw file on the fucking chain that I've never seen before, and I'm like, dude, uh, don't fucking touch that. Don't fucking touch anything with that. The leave. And it was to the point where I'm like, dude, can you have him come over and help me chip? And he's like, "Why? You actually want to work with him?" I said, "There's a very good chance he'll get sucked into the chipper, and I won't be able to hit the fucking brake quick enough. So yeah, send him over here." He's like, "Nope, nope, I don't need that, man." I'm like, "Dude, there's enough brush we can run it through. No one will ever fucking know." Yeah, there's always some fucking way you can work around another set of hands. Yeah, I don't know about DIY fellatio. You might want to recommend that to Jasper, because no one else is going to put that in their mouth. He would. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound like a term I would be familiar with. I mean, yeah, yeah. And if I do ask somebody for help, it's a competent person, so it's a very short fucking list. Very likely I'll get turned down. Yeah, well, I assume that. That's a job I always like finding someone else to do, though. Never thought of doing it myself. No, guns I really fucking don't. Like, if him and I were standing at the bus stop and there was an out of control garbage truck running down the street, I would kick him right out in front of that motherfucker. Yeah, yeah. But you'll always know that you sucked your own dick, Guns. And a dick is a dick, brother. I mean, if you were young and needed the money, that's one thing, but I mean, but yeah, I mean, Don and me too gave and Carly and other people, lots of other people gave him a chance to stop being a creepy fucking perverted weirdo. But if you're born that way, then you just can't stop. Yeah, exactly, Guns. Yep. And then you can, and if you do a good job, it's like, yep, I did that all by myself. Don't look at the fuck up. Look at the good spot. Fuck you. Yeah, he asked me at Don's a couple like last week. He's like, "Hey, Mike, is it cool if I come in your next live stream?" I said, "Sure, Jasper." And then he comes in just to get his shit blocked, and then he goes back to Don's when he goes live later on. He's like, "Don, I did something stupid today. I went in Mike's live stream and he blocked me." Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's low hanging fruit though. Like he he's his own worst fucking troll. All right, Matthew. I'll probably do an even 2 hours, so another 17 minutes. Yeah, you had the perfect setup though. I had you had like you. It was a ceremony. I just fucking. It was very unceremonious. No, it's not a filter, BB. It's not a filter. He has no people skills. Like he talks to his parents and his doctor maybe, and that's it. Like he don't know how to interact with actual human beings face to face. But yeah, he's just a dipshit that knows what he's doing, and he finds it funny that it bothers people. But swear to God, if I could get my hands on him, I would slap the fucking wrinkles right out of his fucking forehead, smooth that shit right out for him. Yeah, yeah, you had a whole build up. Yeah, his toe is a separate fucking entity. I mean, he's how shitty is it that your toes, your big toes, literally are trying to pull themselves right off your feet? Like your toe don't even fucking like you. Yeah, yeah. He just don't. He just doesn't know how to people. Oh yeah, yeah. I'd swell his whole shit up enough to where that crease in his forehead disappeared. I'm assuming that he was born with his ass right there and with fucking vestigial ass cheeks, and then his asshole is right below his nose. Hide my frustration. Doom Tech, what's up, brother? Oh. Yeah, I have a tendency to do that too. Yeah, that's probably a good part of the source of his frustrations, Guns. Yo, R&D, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Yeah, yeah. Well, the fact he gets up and does his fucking gimp dance with no shirt on and shit, like, fuck's sake. Well, yeah, like I said, Carly, when his mom gave birth, she took a shit on the operating table and the doctor scooped up the wrong pile. Dad's holding him, saying, "Damn, he looks just like you, honey." Yep. Jasper, the sentient piece of shit. Like if hemorrhoids had fucking mouths. That's how annoying Jasper is. Oh no, we're just talking about his past transgressions, dude, and how no one likes him. Yep. Yeah. And then his bullshit attempts at, "I'm better now." You're not better, motherfucker. Shut your mouth. Go hide in a fucking corner. Yeah, like they're trying to make a break for it. Make it fucking permanent. I mean, I wouldn't be fucking hanging around or even trying if no one liked me. It's like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, I'm sure he does. She probably looks just like him, like the other one. I wouldn't be mad at all. No one would see him again after that, though, Guns. I got a fucking spot in the basement. That would be a blessing, actually. There'd be another body floating in the Hudson. Yeah, yeah, yep. But goddamn. I mean, after the initial shock of seeing that fucking face first thing in the morning, yeah, I got plenty of things to fuck shit up. Yeah, yep. Imagine that's how his fucking parents start the day too, Guns. But like so many fucking places he's been banned from. Mm. Yeah, I don't blame him though. Could you? Like, fuck. He's a he's a fucking asshole. I mean, it's probably no fun raising Quasimodo, you know? I'm sure his mom only tolerates him. I mean, I'm sure his dad looks right at him and tells we should have fucking had an abortion or paid for a good one instead of the hot wire hanger type. This Quasimodo. Dad tried to save a few bucks and go the DIY route. Oh no, it's not. You could do really post-term, abortion. Like, think about it. His parents have to be fairly old. How much of a fucking threat is a life sentence for murder if you're like in your 70s? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, like like long-term postnatal abortion. He'd probably be real easy to fucking kill too. I mean, look at him. Should probably call his dad and ask him that. How much of a fucking threat do you really think that life sentence would be? Even 20 years, 25 years. Like, come on, dude. How long you got left? Think about it. You get away from your wife because she wanted to keep him. You get rid of Jasper. You got a bunch of new friends. They feed you. Like, come on, dude. How much of a fucking punishment is that, really? I mean, you only got a few years left. Why not spend them at Club Fed? Yeah, seriously. It's like a bulldog. You can't fucking swim. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Well, yeah, he could probably paddle around pretty good actually with those things done. Yeah, take him hiking. Take him to the scenic overlook and give him a swift kick in the ass. I would like to just give him like a fucking heroic dose of acid and leave him in the middle of the fucking desert. Yeah, man, Dad probably did too. He was probably fuming, like, no way that kid's mine. Ask away, guns. Oh, that's a joy. Reed, what's up, brother? Good to see you. How's your day going, man? No, no guns. That would probably. There are fish that look like jasper, but they couldn't live in this tank because they're them blob fish that live at the bottom of the ocean. They look one way down there, then you bring them up, they look like they melted in the fucking sun. But I would probably be famous for being able to keep one in a fish tank without the insane fucking pressures of like 3,000 feet down. But yeah, that would be one ugly motherfucking fish, dude. Ain't too bad, Reed. Can't complain, brother. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for him. Like seriously, like they could remake The Hills Have Eyes and they wouldn't even have to use prosthetics for Jasper. He's like missing out on a Hollywood career being a dick online. Yeah, I kind of have to. Read if I don't vacuum it every 3 days, the fourth day he'll swim around kicking his shit up off the bottom and then staring at me like, "Hey asshole, get to it." But luckily, there's not a whole lot lately with the way I got shit set up now. Oh hell yeah, yeah, yeah. He is kind of scary. You don't we? I wouldn't know what to fucking think if I saw that fucker in the woods at night though. Like holy shit. Yep, get the Bondo and the fucking sander out. It might, but I don't know. That's kind of ugly. You kind of, I don't think you can really hide that much ugly. Yeah, get the angle grinder. Well, shit, Don, get them fucking wire wheels, and we could probably even his shit out first. Take less Bondo in the end. Fucking get a syringe full of fucking silicone. Puff it up from the inside. Yeah, buff him with a ham. Yeah, we got to pound out a few of these fucking creases, Jasper. It won't hurt a bit, and it'll only take a minute. Oops, I used the claw of the hammer. I don't know. If I win the lottery, I'd send a pack of fucking wild pigs to his house. Yeah, he would go in, and then you would get a call from the fucking plastic surgeon guns, like laughing, just laughing. Like, you know, there ain't nothing we can do for this. We have to take the whole fucking face off and start all over. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get them dents out, Jasper. That sucks, Reed. We got a little bit of a break from the heat today. We got rain for the last 2 days, and it's still showering here. Yep. Yeah, his frame is definitely bent. And the body work might be a lost cause, but you guys can try. Uh, Not too much more. Yeah, you could put them in the crusher though. Yeah, exactly. Fold them up and do a nice little cube. Let me answer Matthew if I can. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I just had to answer Matthew's text. I think he's doing StreamYard again. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that was his first text saying he was going to go on StreamYard. He said he would wait till I was done. Yeah, he said he would wait. I told him I wouldn't be much longer, and he's like, "Okay, I'll wait." Yeah, Don got him, worked him through the steps to do the free 20 hours on all three of his accounts. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I called him that too. He's like, "Come on, I'm not a hacker." I'm like, "Well, you're like not breaking down firewalls and shit, but you're definitely doing the workaround, bro. So yeah, you're hacking the system." Thought he was going to start fighting with his reflection again. Well, he might. I told him if I could door dash him a hooker, I would before I hated him completely. But if he ever got laid, he would probably never come back on YouTube, and he wouldn't leave that poor woman the fuck alone. Yeah. He's like, fuck you, dude. Get that shit out of my face. Yeah, Don's fucking lives are definitely legendary. Yeah, he is. He is. Well, that's the thing, the interactiveness of everything. It's like random and spontaneous. It's fucking awesome. And the soundtrack is always good. Yeah. Yep. I've always wanted one, but most of them don't really live that fucking long. And they're expensive for a lizard you're only going to have for maybe 10 years or less. Yeah. 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 Yeah, they are. Well, if you got a like sloth mask from Goonies and you burn it a little bit with a torch to get it to like shrink in places and wrinkle up, you'd probably look pretty close. Yeah, they're very cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, he does it to himself, Guns. Fuck that guy. Oh, nice. Gave her the full fucking in-depth tour. Yeah, Jasper don't qualify as people. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Now, you know you're an ugly motherfucker. Somebody like Bergs can call you ugly. That's another guy I'd kick out in front of a fucking bus. Matthew is live. Yeah, yeah. Like R&D makes him look as good as he possibly can, and he still looks fucked up. Like there's only so much AI can do with that fucking mug, dude. You got to give it to it for trying though. Yeah, definitely, Carly. What's fucked up is he's so fucked up. Like you don't get the extra fingers because they're trying to fucking make it look good, and so like it does really good. Yeah, wrap his whole head up with it. Be all right. 3 or 4 layers. No air gets in. Oh, that's a bonus for Jasper. No more fucking webbed feet. It translates through text pretty good, Don. Yes, yes, Carly, that's the brainwash riff. Yeah, it's actually less with the hang on the back, but yeah, you could still hear the water trickling. Yeah, dude, I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's either a quote from fucking R2D2 or it's the brainwash lick. It could be either one. But no, that specific, yeah, I knew what it was. I'm reading it the way you would sound it out, so that's what it sounds like in my fucking head. Holy shit. Yeah, I lost. There was one that would just let it spill out. There's two little plates, well, four that come with the filter. Those make that have holes, and the other ones were just slits so it could just waterfall out. But I don't know what happened to one of those, so I just put these ones in it. But yeah, it's just enough of a trickle. Yeah, I'm probably going to cut her off here anyway, Erica. Go get something to drink. Go see what Matthew's doing. Maybe eat something. I don't fucking know. Well, if it's that hot, you might want to take the car instead of running. You don't want to overheat. Yeah, you know where to find us either way. Yeah, I like it. Fuck you. Yeah, I don't run because I got boobs too. That's my excuse anyway. The real reason is I probably fucking fall and then I'll just look like an idiot trying to get the fuck back up. You forgot the Eleanor. You don't sound right with just the first two. Yeah, yeah. It's funny how that works. You play a little Barry Manilow and you want to go shoot up the fucking whole neighborhood. You play a little fucking hardcore shit and it just brings you back into a nice fucking calm frame of mind. I told an old man one time, he was looking for something at Walmart, and he's like, I was going to come ask you, but I heard the music you were playing and I was kind of scared. And I'm like, Mister, we listen to this motherfucking music so we don't go enacting our darkest fucking, thoughts. Uh, like, if you hear someone listening to this, 9 out of 10 fucking times they're the coolest people you'll ever meet. And if you ask them for help, they will help you. Like, don't let the music scare you. It just sounds scary, buddy. Somebody told me once that, like, metalheads cosplay as assholes and hippies cosplay as good people. And that's fucking true. Fucking, there was a hippie kid in my high school, Derek. Always had a Grateful Dead shirt, khaki shorts. Such a pretentious asshole. He hung out with my punker kid buddy, fucking Butch. And I don't know why, but I think they've been friends since like elementary. But Butch just tolerated him. So he would hang out with us all the time, man. And he was such a cunt. I hated hanging out with that fucking kid. He was more one of those like poser deadheads than an actual deadhead. Because I got some actual deadhead buddies and they're fucking awesome. But they're not hippie douches, you know what I mean? They just like the dead and, a bunch of shit from that time. But yeah, when you make it your whole personality, like he only wore Grateful Dead t-shirts. I never seen him with another band shirt on. And just a whiny bitch. We took him to the tattoo shop we used to hang out with because my buddy was an apprentice. And we're in the back, like 3 or 4 biker dudes smoking bong rips. And Derek is sitting in the corner. We're all standing up. Derek is sitting down in the corner. And the owner of the tattoo shop, fucking Spike, was his, like, nickname. But he hands me the bong, and Derek, he passes it to me, and I wait to see what Derek does. I didn't grab it. So Derek reaches for it and takes it. And Spike notices, and he stops and looks. He goes, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? And the kid turns white as a sheet. And he's like, yo, who the fuck is this kid? Who brought him here? And nobody said nothing. So he goes, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to take my bong? And he's like, I didn't fucking pass it to you. And dude started shitting his fucking pants, stuttering, looking for an excuse. And, yeah, exactly, Don. But, he started shitting, and the other 2 guys there are much scarier than fucking Spike was. He was the skinny little fucking dude. But the other guys were big. And he's like, you guys know him? And dude, it was so fucking funny. The relief on his face when fucking Spike told him he was kidding was fucking hilarious. But yeah, just, he was definitely an asshole cosplaying as someone cool. Yeah, he came close, bro. He came really fucking close. If he didn't have, he had a couple skid marks if it wasn't full. But yeah, his eyes got fucking, like, he looked like an owl. His fucking eyes were wide open as they could go. One dude, his name was Boots because he liked to put his engineer boots into people's faces during fights. And the other guy, they called him Tonto. He wasn't a Native American or nothing, but he was like 6'8" and huge. And that dude was weird because he collected like vintage motorcycles, and he shows up at the shop with like a 1955 Norton, bro. And he looked like a gorilla fucking a football driving that thing. It looked like it looked like me riding a fucking moped. And then one of the other artists was a short little guy with like a fucking a Harley. It was a, I don't remember the model. It was a really long low bike, like a low boy, and he could barely get that fucking thing off the kickstand. I'm like, dude, you should talk to Tonto and get one of them Nortons. That's more your size, man. Yeah, I hated that kid. We're all in my room and we rolled a Godfather. He hollowed out a big old Dutch Master and fucking loaded about, I don't know, like 6 grams worth of weed into this fucking thing. And Darren put in 3 grams worth, and my other buddy, who he bought the weed from, did the rest. And I took a pull, held it, and went to take another one. He started freaking out, like, dude, I put half of that weed in there. I'm like, I didn't exhale, bro. It's still the same fucking hit. Shut your mouth. Then I exhaled and took 2 more. I'm like, fuck you. Like, I'll throw you out of my fucking house and keep the fucking weed. Yeah, I don't know why Butch brought him along, man. He must have just felt bad for him. Butch was super fucking cool. Kenny Churchill was our friend like that. He was a geek, like big time fucking geek. But my one buddy knew him since like first grade, and they went to karate or something together for years. But yeah, dude was like a fucking black belt, but would not fight anybody. Just tall, gangly, really goofy looking fucker, and awkward in every fucking social situation we put him in. But we kept bringing him along. But he wasn't as annoying as that fucking kid Derek. Yeah, I would hate to be able to read his mind sometimes, Guns. I know he would flip me off like fucking every day if he had a middle finger. Yeah. Funny how that works. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be mad. I would use it to throw knives at and use it on a fucking log round. Or I would take it over to Planned Parenthood and make it a fucking ad for child or for safe sex practices and shit. Oh yeah, yep, that'll happen. My buddy Dan Reed, older biker dude, fucking beard down to his fucking belt. He bought, it was a 65, I forget, knucklehead or something like that, but had an old kickstart, and that's what he was looking for, and it was a basket case. So he bought the frame and everything in crates from the guy, and spent like a fucking whole summer putting it together. And then he had it for like 20 years, and he's at the bar and he's trying to kickstart this fucking thing, and he's like, God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. And he's like, I had to have a fucking kickstart. I had to have a fucking kickstart. He ended up getting it, but yeah. It's okay, Mez. Matthew uses their names interchangeably, so I think they're used to it. Yeah, I know. I'm like, poor fucking Don, man. Yeah. Yeah, it could be any number of things. You know what I mean? Like, don't do drugs and get people pregnant or get pregnant. Like, yeah, don't bang your cousin. Um, fucking all kinds of fucking safe sex fucking propaganda. Like, this is the dangers of inbreeding. That's probably what happened. His parents are fucking siblings. Yep. Yeah, he's probably the product of like 18 generations of fucking real close inbreeding. But if you get a have someone make a fucking like mannequin exactly like Jasper and you just have it standing in your house, no one will ever break into that bitch. You ever hear that song, I'm My Own Grandpa? Fucking worked with a guy. Uh, he was from New York, the town that we were working and building the house, but he lived in West Virginia for like 25 years. And so I'm talking to him, just shooting the shit, and he's like, "Yeah, I met my wife after I moved to West Virginia." I said, "You what?" "Yeah, that's where I met my wife in West Virginia." I said, "West Virginia? How did you get her away from her cousins? Like, you must have had to fight a whole lot of motherfuckers to marry her, man." And he just looks at me. He's like, "That's not how it is. Don't fucking lie to me, motherfucker. I know that's how it is." I said, "She's not your cousin, though, right?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, that's good. At least you didn't keep, that tradition going." But yeah, I would get him so fucking mad. He was super religious too, so I would tell him the most fucked up Jesus jokes. And he'd tell me I'm going to hell while he's laughing. And I'm like, "Well, you're laughing, bro. You're going too." He's like, "Nah, I go to church, asshole. I can go to confession on Sunday. Beg, beg mercy for my sins and transgressions." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." But yeah, old John, he was a fucking another one. He talked a good game, but then I had to show him a whole lot of stuff. I'm like, come on. You said you were good at this. You don't even know how to do it. Yeah, yeah, that song is fucking funny, man. Yeah, he's telling me how he likes to do like exterior trim, and we had like a little, instead of buying like a steel Bilco door for the basement where you open the metal doors. Yes. Okay. We built walls and a door so you can open a door and walk into the basement, and it needed to be trimmed and sided. I already built the roof. I already fucking shingled it. Uh, they just needed to do the trim, the gable and the soffit trim, or the gable and the fascia, and build the soffit and then the corners. And put two dudes that had 10 years on me in the fucking business on it while I did the round fucking windows. I had to template out the round window fucking trim for the top of the arched windows and cut it out of finished plywood and install them. I had 3 windows to do, and they're like 8 feet across. And so I got them all templated out. I set them up first, and then I got it templated out, and I go check, and they didn't even start. It's like 2 hours later, and they didn't even start. And they're like, well, I don't know how to get the pitch on the roof. What? For the gable, for the 2 trim pieces on the soffit for the gable. I don't know how to get the pitch. Like I told you, it's a 45, bro. It's a 12 pitch. It's a fucking. It's easy. Like it's 45. So I ended up doing that for them, and then went back to what I was doing, and I got 1 window all the way trimmed out, and I had everything cut by then. And I go back over there, and the motherfuckers don't got nothing else done. It's like an hour and a half later. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, well, we don't know how to do the soffit. You told me you did. You told me you love doing this. How do you not know how to do something you love doing? He's like, well, just start stuttering. And I'm like, look, go finish trimming those fucking windows. I said, I got everything in. You just basically got to put the fucking round parts up. I said, I'll finish this shit. And then you can come side it. But go fuck yourselves. Don't tell me you know how to do something and you don't. That really pissed me the fuck off. Like, you stick me working with the dumbest cocksuckers available. And one of those 2 guys was the guy I had to ask if he was retarded. So I didn't expect much from him either way. But John, he was supposed to know some shit. Well, we understand it, Mez. That's not bad, buddy. Some of us suck at reading, so that kind of spelling is really beneficial. But I think I'm going to cut her off here, fuckers. Go fill up my water jug and get some dinner probably. Matthew is live if anybody wants to go there. I'll probably poke in there while I'm eating. But Thanks for stopping in, guys, and I'll see you next time, fuckers. We love you too, Erica. Okay. Bye, fuckers. What? That wasn't the right one. Never mind. I'm still here. There we go.